are not just focusing in on the game today, we're focusing in on the ham and bologna factor, too. You might be thinking tailgate, but I'm also referring to ESPN Radio's Mike and Mike. Guys, thanks for joining us here. Let's just dive right into it. What do a couple of guys like you know about tailgating? I'm assuming you know quite a lot.
Oh, we know quite a lot about tailgating. We're kind of on both sides of it. I'm the comfort guy. He's the style guy. That's why, but we can wear the same basically pair of Lee jeans to do it. I'm on the comfort side of it because that waistband has a little bit of give for me because I'm a tailgating pro. I will sit down for hours, eat hot dogs, brats, cheeseburgers, and drink any kind of barley and hot product that you have and be very, very comfortable.
Now, I have no problem with any of that, but you can dress it all up a little bit. Dress up your hamburger or your hot dog, caramelize some onions, roast some peppers, do something like that, just like you can dress up a pair of jeans. And we got all our information from a survey that Lee did, and all the information is there at Lee.com. Turns out 72% of people wear jeans to their tailgates, which makes all the sense in the world. The crazy ones then wear jerseys and tuck them in. And I would make this point. If you're wearing a jersey tucked in and you're not playing in the game, you need to reassess.
And you're not coming to my tailgate either.
All right, that's been thrown out there. You mentioned hot dogs here because growing up, I grew up in Chicago, we learned then you never put ketchup on a hot dog. But my kids do it all the time now here in Michigan. What are your thoughts on that, guys? Ketchup or no ketchup?
Oh, I'll absolutely put ketchup on. I'll put ketchup, mustard, onions. I'll put everything on it. Absolutely. Why? If you like the condiment and you like the hot dog, put the stinking ketchup on the hot dog and eat it. What's the big deal?
There are certain things that just don't go together. I like chocolate and I like shoes, but I don't put chocolate on my shoes.
Shoes
like
aren't edible. Both those things are edible.
Try eating one sometime. I've seen you eat stranger-looking things than that. Ketchup does not belong on a hot dog. It's as simple as that.
I got to ask you, 0-2 for the Lions. Do you see them standing a chance of making the playoffs still?
Boy, I tell you what, Stafford being nicked up already. The defense, I definitely took a hit losing Sue and Farley. I'm not. They were a team. I think Minnesota was more on the rise. We had both liked Minnesota and the way they were going. We think Green Bay is going to win that division. I don't have high hopes this year for the Detroit Lions.
No, the loss week one was a terrible loss. It's a game you had to absolutely put away. No, I don't see it either. I don't see the Lions making the playoffs this year with Stafford hurt, with a very tough NFC where Seattle has started 0-2. They're going to get in the playoffs, and so is Arizona. Green Bay is going to win the division. Another wild card is going to be a very, very tough thing to get. I do not see the Lions getting in the playoffs, and I had them in the playoffs. I actually picked them to win the division last year, which they had a chance to do, as you obviously know, on the last day of the season. So I am a Lions supporter, but I do not see them getting in this year.
Hey, and quickly, guys, November 21st, the #1 and #2 college football teams in the nation going face-to-face. Our Michigan State Spartans going against Ohio State. Spartans are going to win this, don't you think?
I'm a Spartan fan. When I played at Notre Dame and my kids played at Notre Dame, every time we played Michigan State, it's always such a physical, hard-hitting game. I love their style of play. And I'm one of those, Ohio State was #1 last year. They keep winning. They'll be #1 in the game. I kind of dig seeing the top dog get knocked off, so I'd be looking at Michigan State.
We'll be there. We're doing the show. We're doing Mike and Mike on that Friday, the 20th in Columbus. And I'll say this. You're going to need to see Ohio State play a lot better. The first thing Urban Meyer needs to do is pick a quarterback. By that time, I suspect they will be playing a lot better. But right now, and this doesn't make any difference because you don't have a playoff after 3 weeks, but if you had a playoff after 3 weeks, Michigan State would be in and Ohio State would be out. The Spartans have earned a spot. Right now, Ohio State needs to.
Well, thanks, guys. Mike and Mike, appreciate you joining us. Thanks for talking football, and thanks for sharing your tailgating knowledge, too, especially the hot dog ketchup versus non-ketchup factor. Really appreciate it.
Now, your ABC 12 First Alert HD forecast.